Turn a little bit this way.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Nicky here with Bino, and thank you for joining us for the first episode of Kicking It Live with Bino and Nicky. What's up, B?
What's going on, buddy? How's everything?
Everything's good. Everything's good. So, where do you want to start? You want to tell these people how this all started?
Well, because of you.
Yeah, but me and this guy go way back. 20 years now?
Like 22. I think 2000.
Yeah, I'm almost 40, so yeah.
I think it was like 2000 when we met.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And me and this guy, we've watched so many of the big games together, so many of the big fights, and we talk sports and stuff all the time. And we just have a lot of fun. So we figured, why not have a podcast? Let's make everybody laugh.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when you messaged me that day and you said, "Hey, what do you think about?" And I said, I was actually thinking about that too. And I was like, who would I do that with, though?
Yeah, and
I had no idea how to do something like that, and I was like, I would like to do it, but I had no clue how to do it.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. I've been doing something else, and we're not going to bring that up, and I've always wanted to do sports, entertainment, and I was thinking about it for a month after the last one. We stepped on the last one, and I was like, Bino.
You hear the cat?
I hear the cat.
Can you hear the cat?
She wants in on the action.
Absolutely.
So let's tell these people what they have to expect from us. I mean, we're just a couple of guys from Forest Park who like to laugh and talk a lot of shit. So
it's we know a lot about sports and life in general. I mean, we got some good stories. I don't know if I can tell them all on here.
Yeah, over time you guys will hear a lot.
I have to PG them down, but we got a lot of good stories to tell. I mean, if that's what you want to hear. But big fight tonight.
Big fight tonight. Now, I thought it was Pacquiao who was fighting tonight.
It was supposed to be Pacquiao and Spence, but Ugas upset the party.
Uh-oh.
He beat Pacquiao, and so now he's in big. But Pacquiao's he's going to run for president of
Panama,
Philippines.
Philippines. That's where he's from. Yeah,
where he's from.
He's not Pacquiao's. I mean, he's still a good boxer, and he'll go down as
great boxer,
but he's just not.
He fought all the big fighters, though, if you think about it. And he's, the funny thing about Pacquiao, he started at 120 pounds. He ended up at 160.
He's super.
He was so small against those guys. And he fought Floyd. He fought Floyd twice.
I would have liked to see him and Floyd fight 5 years earlier.
Yeah, but Floyd. I mean, whether you like Floyd or not, let's be honest, his hand speed is amazing. His boxing
he just knows how not
I think
to
a lot
hit.
of people don't like him because they want to see him sitting there and brawl, but that's just not the way he fights. I mean, he's gonna stick and move and outbox you, which is smart. Maybe you're not gonna get yourself hurt that way.
He's probably the greatest defensive boxer there is. He just knows how not to get hit,
which is smart. I mean, why do you want to get hit if you can? If you can get paid to not get hit, why would you want to get hit? Think about that.
He's doing something right. I mean, the guy, he still hasn't lost. Was he 50, 51-0 now? Did he get to 50 yet?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I think he got to 50 with real fights. Then he had the exhibitions.
Oh yeah, those things.
Yeah,
what do you think of the Paul there that boxes? Do you like? Is it Jake or
they both box? Logan and Jake both box. I think Jake's the better one.
Okay.
Is that the one that fought Mayweather?
I think so, because it was Logan at WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, let's see what Mayweather's record is.
I want to say he's 51-0 or 50-0. I know he got to 50-0. I don't know if he's 51-0. What's his record? Does it say?
50-0.
50-0.
Yeah.
Well.
I think his last fight.
Well, Marciano was 49-0. The Rock. But
Oh yeah, Rocky.
He'd be the best undefeated fighter ever. Maybe I'm partial because I'm Italian. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little partial for that. But
you know what? Speaking of Pacquiao, there was and I was talking to you about Conor McGregor about this the other day. Pacquiao, McGregor, the mystique's gone. They've lost their last few fights. People know they can be beat. It was fun watching Conor McGregor when he would run his mouth and run. There was nothing you could do about it.
I think he was better before he got that big payday.
He didn't care at that
before
point.
He made all that money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you make $100 million. Are you so dedicated anymore? Think about that.
And he's got the tequila.
I mean, if you give me $100 million, I'm not even funny anymore. I got no jokes to tell.
Yeah. I'd still come out.
I'll sit my ass on a beach somewhere.
I'd still come out and
soak up the sun and not care if I entertain people. People think I'm funny. I got $100 million. Who cares?
Oh yeah.
At that point, right?
Yeah, 100 million. Jeez.
100 million. I don't need to be funny.
I'd be all right with 1 million, man.
If you give me 1 million, I'd be happy.
Hey, you know what else I noticed? We'll talk more about Conor McGregor and all those, good fighters who had good runs at some point down the road. But talk to me about this USFL. We got, what is it, a summer football league?
It's a spring league. Well, it goes back. It was in the 80s.
Okay.
The original USFL, and Donald Trump was actually involved with that.
Oh, that's right. We were
He
talking
owned,
about that.
he owned the New Jersey Generals. They had Herschel Walker, but they actually sued
They had
the NFL.
Didn't they have another big player?
They had a lot of them. They had a lot of them. They had Jim
Okay.
Kelly, Reggie White was there. There was a lot of guys.
Yeah.
A lot of guys. They were damaging the NFL because they were what it was is their draft, because they were spring league. They'd have their draft in January.
Yeah.
And they'd start play in May. And the NFL didn't have their draft until May. So they were losing like top guys to the USFL because they were paying big money.
Oh, okay.
And so they were jumping to the USFL first before the NFL had a shot at them. And the NFL did some dirty tricks, and they ended up suing them. They ended up suing the NFL and winning.
Even back then, I'm sure the NFL had
antitrust lawsuit.
money.
Yeah, antitrust lawsuit. They ended up suing them and winning, but they think they won like $1.
Imagine that going through all that, and
you win $1.
You wind up having to cut something like that. You know, your lawyer's probably $5 million.
I wonder though, with inflation, it'd be like $5 now.
I know, maybe. I mean,
you couldn't even get. You know, it's funny because I went to Starbucks.
Just tell me you're giving me nothing.
You couldn't even get a coffee at Starbucks for $5.
Yeah, no, don't.
I went to Starbucks today, actually, not for me, but
yeah.
Someone I was with, and they got 2 drinks, and it was $12.
Dude, I had like a business meeting.
$12 for 2
with
drinks.
One of the guys I do work for at Starbucks a couple of weekends ago.
Yeah.
And he ordered himself like some kind of tea. All I got was a green tea. He got a sandwich and a hot coffee. And it was something like $31.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
They don't even make that great of coffee. I'd rather just make coffee at my house.
I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't know. I'm a tea guy.
Oh, you're a tea guy?
I'm a tea guy.
I like ice cold green tea.
I don't like iced tea. I just like tea.
No, just like the more hot tea?
Hot tea.
All right.
I'm a hot tea guy.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
Hot tea guy, milk, and 1 sugar.
You know, I've had hot green tea. That's not bad. A little bit of sugar in it, sweeten it up.
I'd give it a shot. Yeah, if it's tea and it's warm, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you gotta give everything a shot.
I'll give it a shot. It doesn't hurt me, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe get some of those Lorna Doone cookies with them. My grandmother used to have those.
You
know,
even dip it in.
They come in the metal tin.
I know exactly.
The Lorna Doone cookies.
Dip it in.
Yeah, my grandmother used to love those.
Forget about it.
Yeah, put those Lorna Doones and dip it in the tea. You know, I can't drink.
That would be tasty.
I used to drink coffee.
Did you?
I used to love coffee.
I drink a lot. I actually used to drink it like a pot a day.
But since I don't drink anymore, alcohol. Now, if I drink a coffee,
really want the coffee.
No, it makes me nauseous, and then I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, now like I used.
So you know when you gotta go to the bathroom, like if you say if you got gas and
you're
scared to do it because it might
have
a floater coming out.
Oh yeah. Dude, I used to do like a pot and a half of coffee, like strong coffee. Now I do a good cup in the morning. I got that because I was tired on the way over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to drink a ton of coffee.
I can't. It makes me nauseous, and
yeah,
I get jittery.
I drink a lot of water.
And I get jittery and stuff, you know.
And I get these Bolt House Farms like fruit smoothies. Those are pretty good too. They come in like the liter bottles.
Yeah, I see.
All right, so cool. We got the USFL. Talk to me about the NBA playoffs. I saw the playing thing's over, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I know
the
the
Celtics get knocked out.
No, they start today against.
Start today
against Brooklyn.
Who do you think? I mean, LA's out. What do you? I haven't really kept up.
I
like college basketball so much more, but
I'm not the biggest NBA guy. But
yeah,
I mean, I'll follow Celtics obviously. But
I'd love to see the Celtics win it all.
From what I see though is Phoenix is really tough. They got a really good team.
Yeah, they made it to the finals a couple years ago too.
Last year.
It was last year.
But I think they might be the team to take it all.
Yeah, basketball is probably the one sport like NBA. I watch a lot of it. I'll probably watch like the later rounds of the playoffs because it's good basketball.
Yeah.
But my basketball season's over. I love college hoops.
Yeah, you're a college hoop guy.
Best playoff system in sports, I think. I love that tournament.
People get crazy for that March Madness.
I love that tournament, man. It's absolutely
people get
wonderful.
crazy for that. I see people going nuts for that. They get in their little bracket and they're like, all like.
You're never gonna get it because you're always gonna have that number 11. You're always gonna have that number.
There's
11
an upset
seed.
They knock off a team that shouldn't get beat.
Number 11.
They could play them 100 times
from western, southern, northern Montana.
They could play them 100 times and only lose that one game. It's the game you need.
The other 99 times
it's the game you 60. It's the game you need. You know, you lost to Weber State.
Something just not adding up here.
With their star players going to be delivering packages for UPS next week.
Oh yeah, definitely. His girlfriend's going to be depressed. She's like, "Now we're just stuck here. He's going to coach JV basketball."
That's it. But he had that 1 minute.
Yeah, that's right. You were popular in high school.
He had that moment. You know, he knocked off the number 1 seed or something in the tournament, and he can live off that for life. You know.
Oh yeah.
He'd be that guy. Like, I won the tournament in 03. I'm that guy.
Oh yeah. Remember, we were part of that Gulf Coast team.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I'll tell you, if you look at the NFL draft coming up.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Which we're gonna do round 1, which is the 28th at 8 p.m.
That's a Thursday night.
That's a Thursday night. We're going to do that live, and then we're going to do round 2 on Friday. I think it starts at 7 p.m.
Yeah, an hour earlier than that.
Yeah, we'll be doing that, and hopefully my Jets can make some good picks because we've got 2 picks, 4 and 10. So hopefully we can get some good talent.
Yeah,
your Giants, I think, got 5 and 7.
Yeah, I was actually just.
Imagine both New York teams are so bad they got 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at what they're saying here for the first round.
I know that they're saying the kid Hutchinson, the defensive end from Michigan, he should be the number 1 pick. Either him or the tackle from Alabama, Evan Neal.
Alabama, I'm sure they'll have a dozen guys in the first round.
They always do.
Oh, of course,
they always do.
Somebody said, "What are they putting in the water down there?" I said, "Money."
Well, it's Nick Saban. It's recruiting, and they win. If you win, you get players. It's like anything.
Oh yeah, here we go. The mock draft. Whose mock draft is this? Ryan. Oh, we got 2 different guys. We got Ryan Wilson's mock draft and Chris Trapasso. Watch out for that guy. He's got Hutchinson going 2. Both of them have Hutchinson going 2 to Detroit.
They got 1. Evan Neal. Oh, Ike Ekonu.
And then
he's a good tackle.
What's his name here? Trapasso's got Trevon Walker going 1.
See, I don't think Trevon Walker. He's a defensive end too.
See, I like this. Equanimous going to my G.
Yeah,
I like that.
Trevon Walker is a defensive end, but the 2 top guys are Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau that are defensive ends, and I think they would both go before him.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day who said this draft was
who's he got for the Jets?
Quarterback heavy.
Number 7, Sauce Gardner, the cornerback from Cincinnati. He's the real deal.
He's got the Jet. 2 different picks for the Jets between these mock drafts. We got Trevor Penning.
Trevor Penning, the tackle?
Yeah,
I don't think that did.
And then this guy over here says the Jets are
Kayvon
Thibodeau.
On who they got him at 4 because they got 2 picks.
Let's see. Trayvon
Walker.
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton's a safety. I don't think they're taking a safety that high, especially after what happened with Jamal Adams. When they took Jamal Adams a couple years ago with the 6th pick.
Look, we can switch it up. We got other guys mock drafts.
Oh, you'll find a million of them. You'll drive yourself crazy trying to do those things. Mock drafts, they
I was just curious to see what a lot of these guys had going in.
Every guy, mock drafts, anyone can put out a mock draft. You can say you're going to pick anybody you want to pick, I
was looking at the draft order the other day. I thought the Jets had like 3 picks in the first round.
No.
Is it just 2?
They have 2 in the first and 2 in the second.
Yeah, I know there was a lot of movements in the draft order. Yeah. There was quite a few.
But I could see the Jets actually one of those picks trading back. I could see them trading back with one of those picks.
Maybe getting like 2 second-round picks or a late first round and a second round.
They'd get a late first and maybe a second if they trade that. The 10 pick. I don't think they'll trade the 4 pick because there's not a good quarterback coming out this year. And usually when teams, if there's a good quarterback, that's when someone really wants to jump up.
Yeah, that's when you get
him. But there's no one. You got the kid Willis from Liberty.
Even look at the year with
the
Baker
kid from
Mayfield. He was like mediocre and like they get 5 draft picks or a couple like first rounders or something like that just to move up. It was ridiculous.
No, they had the pick. Cleveland actually had that pick.
I know. Who was it then? There was
Sam Darnold with the Jets.
Oh yeah,
they gave up 3 twos.
Yeah, they went all over the place.
They gave up 3 second-round picks to move up to get a guy that's proven to be a bust. Sam Darnold, he's on his 2nd team now, and he's pretty much out of the league.
Yeah, he'll be a place kicker next
year.
Well,
the USC quarterbacks, quarterbacks are never good.
USC
if you go back to Leinart,
I was gonna say I remember I really started
Carson
getting into
Palmer
football with Matt Leinart that year. Those years when
they were great.
They had they had the wins taken away too.
Yeah,
but that was at the end. But you remember
Reggie Bush lost the Heisman,
right? And they went that first year undefeated. But there was no playoff. They were still number 3 in the country. Remember that? They didn't get to play for the national title. And then the next year they did and won it. And then the next year they lost to Vince Young's Texas team.
Yeah.
That was a good USC team. And that was actually around the time when I really started getting into college football. And USC has had so many quarterbacks that were supposed to be like phenomenal.
They flop.
And they're awful.
They flop. They never do anything.
Leinart, Sanchez.
Sanchez went to 2 AFC championships his first 2 years, but that was a great Jet team. Yeah, Barkley. Well, Barkley's hung around though. As a journeyman.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Leinart was a bust. Leinart stayed in school that year. If he'd have came out the year before, he'd probably been the number 1 pick.
Yeah, he probably still would have sucked, but hey, would have got a lot of
money. If you suck, you suck. It doesn't matter where you pick. If you're either good or you're not. You just suck or you don't.
Yeah. But who knows? You never know who's going to be the diamond in the rough for this draft. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Well, if you never know with quarterbacks. They're funny. You can get a guy in the 5th round. You get a guy that's not drafted. Kurt Warner.
Brady.
Look at Kurt Warner.
Yeah, or Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, 6th round. 6th round.
That's crazy. Look at what do you think about Tom? We got unfinished business. You think he's going to go out on top?
Tom Brady?
Yeah. Think he's going to win it this year? If he does win it this year, you think he's finally done?
I think they could get there because the NFC is pretty weak. The AFC is pretty tough. I don't know if anybody's beating an AFC team.
Yeah, no, the NFC isn't that great. What do you think about?
I mean, Green Bay.
It's Aaron Rodgers next. That's a first round loss. I don't care. Like
he's got to prove more. I mean,
yeah,
I mean, for everyone saying how good as he is, he's got exactly one Super Bowl. He's got the same amount as Favre.
Anytime, like they're like, oh, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are standing in his way. Like, oh, it's kind of a big game.
Like if someone tells you that Aaron Rodgers is standing in your way, Green Bay Packers, like, are you scared by that?
Yeah, no, it's no big deal. Did you see?
I mean, all they do is flop every year.
Did you see? It was a guy from the Angels. Who the hell was it? They were talking about their interview and he was talking about the Dodgers, and he said, no one's scared of their team over there. Their leadoff hitter's a vegan. Our leadoff hitter is practically Superman. Like, get out of here. He was talking about, he was talking about, who the hell's, and obviously he was talking about either Trout or Ohtani, whichever one leads off for.
That's the Angels.
Yeah, there was a guy from the Angels talking shit about the Dodgers. I thought it was hilarious. He was like, their leadoff hitter's a vegan.
Well, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Someone might want to give them the memo. The Dodgers are defending champs.
Oh, I know. I can't stand the Dodgers.
And the Angels haven't won anything. And when's the last time the Angels won? When they had that stupid monkey, 2002?
Yeah, dude, that was actually I was actually working at Wendy's back then. I was a manager at Wendy's.
I remember when you worked at Wendy's. And you used to hook me up with French fries.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. We used to.
You were my fry guy, remember? I used to go there and get free fries.
Oh, absolutely. But I remember that World Series with Anaheim and San Fran was on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So we'd be closing up and it'd be in like the 7th or 8th. And there was a couple nights we hung out in the back of the restaurant just watching the game. That World Series had some really good games.
Barry Bonds was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was like a 4-year stretch, like, was it the Padres and Yankees? The Padres and Yankees, the Yankees and Diamondbacks. Who was 01? 01
was the Diamondbacks and the Yanks.
Okay, and then the next year was I believe that
was the Angels.
Yeah. And then 03
was the Marlins. Marlins beat the Yankees.
There was like a 7 or 8 year time period where the World Series, they were good series.
04 was those guys from Boston. Yeah,
but no, that's what I mean. There was like
05 was the White Sox. They broke a big curse too.
Yep, that was good. And then 07 was the Astros. Oh no, 07 was the Sox again. And then I think the Astros were 08. Remember? The Astros went and won 1-2.
No, the Astros went and got beat.
Oh, that's right, with Roy Oswalt. That was the year the Cardinals finally won one.
Yeah, Astros got beat, and then they switched leagues. They put them in the National.
I don't understand how you can do that. Like,
I don't understand a lot of things, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm saying, we suck here. We'll go the other way and see what's going on.
Yeah, no, but getting back to the NFL draft, I mean, there's a lot of teams that have multiple picks. The Eagles have 3 first-round picks. The Packers have 2. The Chiefs have 2. There's a lot of teams. What happened?
I'm sharing it on Facebook so everybody can see that we're live.
Oh.
So when it comes to baseball, even the last couple World Series have been really good.
Well, then, the Nationals won.
Yeah, it was nice to see them. Dude, did you see?
That was a big one that they won.
Did you see how much money? What's his name there? The guy who just went to the Mets.
Oh,
Scherzer's making
$43 billion a year.
Yeah, that's just.
And I think the A's whole payroll is like $44 million. He makes almost the whole much. One guy makes almost as much as the whole team in Oakland. Scherzer for the Mets. He makes 43, and I think the Oakland's whole payroll is 44.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's insane, right?
Yeah, there was something on Twitter I saw the other day. It was like the top 5 highest paid players and the bottom 5 team salaries.
Yeah,
and there was like 5 players making more than 5 teams. Like, it was crazy.
Sports, the money is crazy right now.
Baseball,
and it's all guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, if you can bat 200,
every penny in baseball is guaranteed.
Yo, dude, if you can bat 200 and throw the ball from first to second, I mean, you'll make $500,000 a year.
I'm left-handed. I should have.
Specialty. You get around 700 a year.
I should have played
around 700 a season. I should have that specialty.
Yeah, I should have played baseball. I played as a kid, but
I played as a kid.
I don't think I was going pro.
I played for Holy Name.
I played for. Did you play for Holy Name?
Yeah, we did. We went to Brooklyn in 10-12.
Yeah.
Well, first we went and beat a team in Swansea, Mass for the regional title.
Yeah.
And then we went out to Brooklyn to pay for the regionals.
Yeah. Brooklyn or Brookline?
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Dude, it was really weird, dude. Their pitchers mounds, like, I don't know if it was because there were so many teams coming in, they didn't want damage to the field.
It's home, baby.
They had a whole piece of plywood down the pitcher's mound.
Oh,
it was so weird. We wound up getting.
Oh, that's a thing in Brooklyn. We conserve the dirt.
Oh yeah.
We need the dirt for other things.
Yeah,
we don't. We conserve the dirt.
Wouldn't be the first hole I ever dug, Spider. So check it out. What I was saying, we actually got cracked in Brooklyn. We lost by the mercy rule to both teams. It was a team from the Bronx. We lost like 13-1.
Remember the kid from the Bronx that was like 15 years old
in the Little League World
Yeah,
Series.
he was like throwing perfect games every game, but he was
dude, he was lights out, darts.
Yeah, but he was like 15 years old mowing down 10-year-olds.
Oh yeah, I remember his parents. We did not know he was doing something wrong.
No, I thought they said that he didn't. They didn't know he was that age.
Yeah, the coach. That's what his parents said.
Yeah,
the coach
they didn't
just
know
said
he was
he
that
would
age.
take care of it. Like,
Yeah.
well, I'm sure coach took care.
I
of
didn't
it.
know my son was 15. I thought I had him 10 years ago, not 15.
Oh yeah. Remember there was the girl pitcher in the Little League World Series a few years ago. She was lights out. I think. Hey, this just popped into my head. What do you think about them pulling Kershaw with a perfect game in the 8th the other night?
I actually was talking about this with somebody, and
80 pitches.
I see why they did it though. I mean, they need him for the long haul. The guy breaks down every year.
Yeah, he does.
You know,
this is the last year. He either signed an extension for this year.
No, he's got a 1 year.
A 1 year deal. Yeah,
yeah.
He's been around for a while now, dude.
Great pitcher, but he breaks down every year. So I kind of see why they did that. You want to extend him in April and then have the guy blow his arm out. And
here's my thing, right? He was only at 80 pitches.
Yeah.
I'd have let him go back out. If he gave up a hit or got to 90 pitches, if he wasn't out of the 8th.
There's an argument for it both ways.
Yeah, there is. I was just really surprised.
There's an argument for it both ways, but you know, that's why we're here on YouTube trying to make money, and we're not managing a baseball team.
I mean, who wouldn't want to see us laugh? How you doing?
How you doing?
But I mean, other than that, when it comes to sports, what else we got going on? We got the basketball playoffs. Baseball just started.
Baseball.
Who do you like for baseball? Who do you think is going to be a standout team this year?
Well, obviously, I like the Yankees, but I don't think the Yankees are going to go anywhere. I don't see the chemistry. I don't think Boston's going to go anywhere. I think the Mets are tough. I mean, they got Scherzer and DeGrom. I mean, you got two aces like that.
You know who else looks? The Phillies. Their lineup's jacked this year.
Yeah, they got to prove something.
Yeah,
I mean, they they're a team. They get close and they almost make the playoffs. But they don't.
You like Bryce Harper?
Do I? He's a good player. Very good player.
That was kind of surprising that Washington got it done the year he left.
Oh, because they could spend that money up.
Yeah, they could. They got to fill in.
If you got one guy making all the money, I mean, I'm a big believer in that. You can spend the money elsewhere and get more players. Why wouldn't you do that? That's the problem
with basketball too.
You know, basketball, I don't even understand their salary cap. It's like so ridiculous.
It's like if you've been in
you got to trade this guy and trade that guy to make the money fit here and there.
You've been in that conference for 4 years, so if you stay with the team in that conference,
you can sign a mega deal.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god,
you can sign a mega deal. Like, what does that mean? A super deal. You can sign a super deal, but I can't give you a super deal. But this team can give you a super deal.
Yeah. I don't understand.
How does that make sense? I never got that. I never understood that at all. I mean,
you know anything that we got? Let's see. What do we got coming up for UFC fights?
There's a fight tonight. I don't even know who's fighting.
It's been a while.
I'm more focused on the boxing. I'm a big boxer. I mean, I like UFC. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a purist. I like boxing. You know, I've always been a boxing
Speaking
fan.
Of how we were talking
my
about,
grandfather was a pro boxer.
Really?
Back in the day, and before World War II, and then when World War II broke out, he had to go fight the war, but he didn't lose a fight. Nah, he was a good fighter. He was tough. He was a tough old man. Kid Jocko. He was tough.
From the South End?
From the South End. Representing the
South. Your uncle was from here, right?
My grandfather?
Oh, your grandfather. I'm sorry. Yeah, your grandfather.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. We got the UFC tonight is Vincent Luke versus Bilal Muhammad.
That's the main event?
I don't know if that's the main event. I would imagine so, because it's at the top of the card.
I've heard of Bilal Muhammad. I don't know who the other guy is.
All right, so let's see. UFC.
You know what? You know who's tough? Who I really like in UFC is the girl, Shevchenko, Valentina.
Oh, okay.
The Russian girl, the Bullet. Oh, she's tough, boy.
She said
she'll knock Logan Paul out in less than a minute. She said if I ever fight him, I'll knock him out in less than a minute.
So many of I don't really know a lot of the UFC guys that are around now. Like I used to love UFC.
Oh, I know a few of them.
Anderson Silva.
My brother's huge.
GSP.
My brother's huge into it. So
I used to love BJ Penn.
Yeah,
remember BJ Penn was an animal.
I liked Anderson Silva. He was real tough.
You know who was great? And it was before UFC. It was the event when Dana White had bought. What's the other one there?
It's UFC.
No, he bought another company. The one that Ben Henderson and Michael Pettis came from.
Pride.
I think it was Pride. And they had one last.
That's where the Fedor came from too.
Belfort, right? Or Belchenko.
Yeah.
So there was one. He had one last event. Just to crown their
Pride was like in an actual ring, right? It was an actual ring.
No. It was cage fight. It had a blue ring.
I don't know. I have no idea.
My tablet. Let me see.
I have no idea. But Fedor came from Pride was in Japan. Pride was good. Pride had a lot of good fighters. Mirko Krokop. The kid had a great kick.
Dude, I remember Crow Cop.
Remember the kick? He could knock people out with that kick.
Oh, dude.
And then the kid from Ludlow knocked him out, Gonzaga, with his own kick.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. I was watching Crow Cop. It was
Crow Cop was good. He was tough.
Yeah, Bellator. Bellator was the name of the company.
No, Dana White never bought Bellator.
That's what
no, Viacom owns that.
It was definitely he definitely bought the company I'm talking about. They had
no, he never bought Bellator. Bellator's still around.
Let me see.
No, he never bought.
But the reason I brought it up was you know who Michael Pettis is too.
Of course.
It was Henderson versus Pettis, and you probably know what I'm talking about once I show it.
But
Henderson was the champion, and Pettis did the spin kick off the cage and knocked him out. And that was the main event of
I miss a lot of those fights back then.
That was and I almost didn't watch it because.
But if you talk boxing, I can tell you anything you want.
Yeah, for a while I was ordering a lot of the big fights. Like I did order a lot of the Mayweather fights.
Mayweather, yeah.
Yeah, and did you watch the Mayweather McGregor fight?
That wasn't really a fight.
It actually the first four rounds was all right
until Mayweather ran out of gas.
Yeah,
I don't know what he trained for.
Yeah, who knows?
Did he train for a pillow fight? I don't think he trained for a boxing match.
And then
because he was out of gas after like the third round, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was like the fourth or fifth round. I remember me and Tyler were watching it, and
he was throwing punches. He looked like his arm was a wet noodle.
Yeah, once they got to like the sixth round, because he was actually keeping up with them at first.
That's another thing too.
Whoa.
Like even the best, like these guys, like I like martial arts, but they're not boxers. So like when they throw punches, that if you're used to watching a boxer throw a punch, they throw it a certain way, and you can tell. But you can tell these guys are more wrestlers. You know what I mean? I mean they can punch, but they're not like boxers. It's not what they do.
WEC was the one that they bought. That's where Henderson and Pettis came from.
I don't even.
Yeah, it used to be on like Spike. It used to be on like Spike TV.
I don't even know what that is.
Remember Strike Force?
I do remember Strike Force.
I think UFC bought them too.
Yeah, but Bellator is its own thing. Viacom owns them.
Oh, okay.
They had something to do with TNA wrestling, pro wrestling too. Bellator, because remember Tito Ortiz went to TNA, and
there was a little time period where TNA was
what's the guy's name? Rampage Jackson.
The manager Dan something, America's Top Team.
He's still involved in
AEW now. He was in
Santos. He was in TNA too for a little while, I think.
Yeah, and that was when before Bobby Lashley left. Bobby Lashley was part of the American.
Bobby Lashley's a real dude,
Oh, dude, he is.
No, that guy's no joke.
Oh no, I know.
Like seriously, no joke.
He was Jack Swagger in WWE.
Jake Hager.
Dude, he's 4-0.
He's a legit.
Yeah, he's a legit fighter.
He's a legit guy. There's no doubt. He's legit.
I mean, when it comes to wrestlers, like there's Brock. I don't think there are many of them that could get in that cage and do the same thing.
Oh, Brock Lesnar got into UFC.
Oh, I know. That's what I mean.
He got his ass kicked,
but
he got
Brock. There's Tate. Not at first, but
he ended up getting his ass kicked.
He had that like mystique, like McGregor and them had.
He's a name.
Once he got punched in the mouth, he lost almost every time.
Mike Tyson said it best. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah,
it's true.
Until you get punched in the mouth.
How many guys How many guys whether you're out somewhere or something? The biggest guy with the biggest mouth, he's running his mouth until someone pops him.
Oh, he's the first one that's gonna get knocked out.
That's it.
Yeah,
and then you never hear from him again. You never hear from that guy again.
Never coming to this bar again.
Yeah, you never hear from that. Plenty of those guys. Those guys.
All right, so we checked all that stuff off the list. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up this summer. What do we got? So right now we got the basketball playoffs. How about your Rangers?
Rangers look
good.
How
the playoffs looking?
They're good. They actually tied Carolina for first place in the Metropolitan. 49 wins.
Now, how does that work in hockey? Does it go by like goals scored or something? Is there a tie break?
Well, there's 5 games left.
So there's 5 games.
If it's a tie break, I think it goes by head to head at first.
How many rounds are in the NHL? How many is it? 16 teams?
8 teams each side.
8 teams each side. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, playoff hockey. I don't care what
playoff hockey is great. Yeah.
Intent doesn't matter.
I'm glad that the Rangers got back in there because they've been out for a while. They rebuilt quick, and they got a good team. They got the goalie, Shesterkin. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, hockey is one sport. If it's playoffs, I'll put it on, and it is.
Everybody
intense.
likes. I know people that are not even hockey.
Intense.
I know people that are not even hockey fans, but playoff hockey, they love it. Right into it, dude. They get right into it, bro.
That's like NFL.
It's
NFL playoffs.
I can't even compare with hockey.
No, dude,
the passion,
crazy.
You know what the problem with the NFL playoffs is every year there's some terrible call, and then in the offseason they go and change a rule because they know they did it wrong. Get it right the first time, bro. then you don't got to go back and fix it. I mean, remember a couple years ago the Saints playoff game against the Rams? That
I think the
non-pass
Saints have had a couple
that
shitty
non-pass
calls
interference call.
I do.
I mean that literally cost Drew Brees another shot at the championship.
I want to say
that was in the NFC Championship game.
There was like a 4-year time period where the Saints got it stuck to them
Oh,
twice
they got it a
because
few
of a
times.
call.
Yeah, they got it a few times. Yeah. They got it a few times. No doubt. No doubt.
Who do you, other than the Rangers, who looked good coming out of like the West?
They got some tough teams out of the West.
Do they have some tough teams?
Some tough teams coming out of the West. Colorado's real tough.
Okay.
Real tough.
How about the Bruins? The Bruins in the playoffs?
Bruins are going to be there, and they're a veteran team too. They'll make some noise. I could see them getting to a couple rounds.
Yeah, they always.
I mean, they can surprise you and go all the way. I mean, they got a good veteran team. They're good.
I remember the year we had that tornado.
When you make the playoffs every year and you make it past the first and second round, you got so much. You
hit the momentum.
You know how to do it. Like Rangers are a young team. I wouldn't be shocked if they get beat in the first round because they haven't been there. When you're young, it takes a lot of fortude to get into the NHL. It's a tough thing.
Yeah,
it's like a whole nother season, brother. It's like it's going to start in like a couple weeks, and it'll go to June. It's like another season.
The same thing with the NBA, man. It's like, well, you guys are still playing. Like,
but the NBA is not physical.
Oh yeah, no, that's nothing. But it just
they took all physical. They took all physicality out of the NBA.
Yeah, no.
I mean, growing up, back in the day, you remember guys. You remember watching guys like Oakley or Barkley.
Oh, it's not the same.
It's physical.
It's not the same.
I mean,
Sean Kemp, Gary Payton.
These guys nowadays, they could never play in that league.
You know,
they get a hangnail and they want to take a day off.
Gary Payton is doing a meet and greet on 420 at one of the dispensaries.
Did you ever see?
Holyoke.
You ever put a picture of God rest his soul, DMX next to Gary Payton? They look like it could have been twin brothers. Yeah, they could have looked like they could have been twin brothers.
Yeah, I can see that. So that'll be cool. We got some. We'll have some fun stuff before every round of the playoff starts. Maybe we'll have some kind of special for
that made a little sound.
Predictions or something, and then.
But tonight is that. But that back to the boxing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Spence.
This is for all the welterweight belts.
Who do you think's going to win tonight?
Spence.
Yeah,
he's like he reminds me of a Mayweather. He's got the hand speed.
Yeah,
he's so fast, and he's a lefty. I always feel about
for some reason I always feel like lefties have an advantage in boxing
because they don't face it because everyone's right-handed. You don't face them a lot. Yeah, you don't know how to circle right. You don't know how to listen. Everyone's always waiting for a righty. They're never waiting for a lefty. My father told me that a long time ago. No one ever expects a lefty. So you always got an advantage for that.
And then if you can also learn how to go righty too while you're lefty.
Yeah, if you could switch, sure. Yeah, if you can go to orthodox, absolutely.
I'm not even going to try to pick a winner here. Like I was saying, I haven't watched
boxing
in a while.
I would say Ugas is pretty tough, but I could see Spence wearing.
Now, when you say it's for all the welterweight belts, what do these guys have? Titles from like 6 different organizations or something?
No, this the WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF.
Now, if
I think Spence has, but I don't know how it can't be for all the belts because there's still another guy. Crawford has a belt, but somehow they're saying it's for the undisputed championship. But Crawford still has a belt. I don't understand that.
Let me ask you a question, right? Say there's some like up and coming star, not that great, but he deserves somewhat of a decent fight.
Yeah.
Could that champion decide to put one of those belts on the line, or is it like a package deal?
I think it depends on the sanctioning bodies.
Okay.
Like some of those sanctioning bodies, like
I know every state's like.
Okay, so say I have 2 belts. Say I have 2 belts. Belt A, belt B, right?
Yeah.
I want to fight you.
Okay.
Now belt B says no, you got to fight this guy.
Oh, because that guy might be involved.
So if I still want to fight you because the money's good, I got to vacate one of those belts.
Okay, that's really weird. Yeah.
Because if they don't rank every fighter the same, so say they don't have you ranked. But Belt A has you ranked as the number 1 contender. So it's
almost like you haven't fought.
They're separate
this
organization,
so you're not even in their ranking.
No, you have because you have the belt. But they can.
No, I'm talking about the challenger.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You don't fight for an organization. They just rank
the fighters.
They rank the fighters. No.
The league ranks them.
They rank the world. It's world rankings.
Okay.
But they can rank whoever they want. That's what I mean. So say they have you. Say organization 1.
Yeah.
Has you ranked as the number 1 contender.
Okay.
And I'm going to defend one of my belts against you.
Yeah.
That belt. But the other organization doesn't have you as the number 1 contender. So they're not going to put their belt up.
They're not going to let you put it up. Okay.
So you end up having to vacate the belt. Not like interim champions. I don't understand how it all works.
So I know
understand
UFC does that. If like the champion gets hurt.
If you can't defend,
they'll have like the number 1 and 2.
But how do you call him a champion though? If they never
that's why he's an interim champion. He gets the belt, and then when that guy the champion.
So you just give it back to the other guy?
No. So when the champion comes back from injury, he has his belt that he had when he lost. You have the interim one, and they fight.
So stupid.
It kind of is, because you might get a guy who was like number 3
Dude,
or 4.
Listen, you either got the belt or you don't.
And a lot of times, the 1 or 2 fighter could have just fought.
Yeah,
so like you wind up getting the number 7 fighter, and he upsets the guy.
I don't understand how
jumps the line.
I never understand how to do that. Like it's so stupid to me.
I don't. Yeah, a lot of times.
If the guy's got the belt and he can't fight, he's injured. You either strip him.
Yeah.
Right. You either strip him and have 1 and 2 fight for the belt.
Yeah.
Or you wait until he's healthy to defend it. You don't get, this guy's going to be the interim champion. And then when this guy gets healthy, he's the champion, but he's still the champion too. It's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
To see like
who thought that up?
Some of the wording in these guys' contracts, like you must defend within 6
months.
No,
they have that.
Do you think every champion gets the same amount of timeline to defend, or if you're not as well known?
Again, I think it goes by the organization.
Yeah, no,
I think they all have their own. They have all their own set rules. Like the last Fury and Wild.
Dude, he's a beast. I like
the last Fury and Wilder fight. Fury tried to get out of it, but there was a clause in the contract. He had to give him another shot. And
I don't know why he tried to get out of it, but I really like Tyson Fury. You like him?
Nah.
He did pretty good on wrestling too. He fought Braun Strowman somewhere. It was cool. Like you could tell the guy.
I mean,
I could tell he's a cool guy.
I give him his respect. I mean, I definitely give him his respect. But the first fight against Wilder, he got knocked out. He had a long count.
Yeah. What do you think about the second fight against Wilder? Wilder said he lost because he wore this
that guy's eardrum got popped, brother.
Right, but
because he was too heavy.
I didn't know about that. I was like, that's kind of like
no. The reason why he got beat,
I think
personally, he got beat that fight because of his eardrum, and it never really healed. And you could see it in the third fight. The guy's equilibrium shot.
Yeah, that's got to be so hard with your
his equilibrium is shot. I mean, he looked like
the difference.
The first fight, he looked like someone literally drugged him.
I didn't see the first fight, and when it was such a big deal, the second fight. So
the second fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The second fight, he looked like someone that drugged him. I mean, his eardrum was popped, and I don't think he ever came back from that.
Yeah, I've only seen him box in a couple matches, but I like him. Like I've seen a couple interviews with him and like behind the scenes stuff. He seems like he's a cool guy.
Fury?
Yeah, seems like he's a.
Cool guy. There's another thing too that he's the undefeated champion. He's a lineal champion, but he didn't have a loss in the ring, but he was stripped of his titles. For drug when he beat Klitschko, he won all the belts and he was stripped because he failed a drug test.
No shit.
Yeah.
Steroids are like party drugs.
I don't know, but they stripped him. They stripped him. They stripped him of the title. So you call him a lineal champion out of.
Wow, that's crazy.
Whatever. That's what it is,
Yeah, no, it is what it is. But I liked him though. I thought he was cool.
I mean,
we got some big wrestling.
I mean, he beat Klitschko at 40 years old. if that fight was 5 years old, Klitschko would have took his head off probably.
I've seen a lot of the bigger fights recently in boxing. What do you think? Maybe give the last 5-10 years. Give me a boxing match that was like actually lived up to the hype.
In the last 5 or 10 years?
Yeah.
Can I go back a little further?
Yeah, go ahead.
Some of the best fights I ever saw were Gotti and Ward. Those 3 fights were amazing. Arturo Gotti and Mickey Ward. Those were wars. Those were some of the best fights I ever saw. But in the last 10 years, I'll say Maidana and Floyd Mayweather, the kid from Argentina.
Okay.
Marcos Maidana and Floyd Mayweather. I thought Maidana beat him both times.
I don't know why. I figured like with all the Mayweather fights and stuff I saw, one of the best fights.
I tell you.
Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto.
That was a great fight.
That was a phenomenal fight. I think, like, with all the guys that are big now, that's probably the only time I've been, like, out of my seat. Like, yeah.
I'll tell you another thing, too.
I really want to.
I'll tell you another thing, too, about Floyd. I think Floyd caught Canelo at the right time.
Oh, he totally caught Canelo.
Caught him when he was young, because Canelo now, I think, would destroy Floyd in his prime.
Floyd didn't have the easiest time with Canelo. That was a really weird fight for Floyd.
But Canelo was young too.
He was, and I think he was just like
Canelo now. Floyd would never fight this Canelo.
No, he would never. Dude, the Canelo now. Canelo's an animal now. I remember watching that fight with Mayweather.
Yeah.
And then over like a 4 or 5 year time period, I was like, I'd see his highlights, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, that's not the guy that fought Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no, Canelo. I guess. Well, Canelo now he has a fight against Bivol. He's one of the champions. For light heavyweight. If he gets past this, then they're gonna have Triple G and Canelo 3. There's some fights that were good. The Triple G, I thought Triple G beat him personally the first 2 fights. But in September they'll fight again. If Canelo beats this guy,
Canelo is pretty good.
Yeah, he's he failed a steroid test too.
He's getting old too.
No, he's only 32 years old.
Seems like he's been around. So he really fought
when his birthday
at the beginning of
his career. Do you know when
Canelo
Alvarez's birthday is?
Same as you.
July 18th.
Good day.
July 18th.
Good day to be a champion.
Yeah, well, if you're born on July 18th, you're a champion from day one.
Oh, naturally. Naturally. Same with February 4th.
Hey, love and be some B.
That's right, baby. Nothing but champions.
But tonight though, Spence, to get back to this fight, Spence, this kid can box, man. This kid is good. This kid hits hard. He's fast. I mean, Ugas is tough. He's a Cuban, and those Cubans are always tough too. And he's a lefty. Every Cuban is a lefty.
Okay.
They actually in Cuba make them fight left-handed.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's their thing. Every one of them.
Well, yeah, I saw ESPN while I was watching baseball highlights today. They went into the fight, and they said it was going to be a pretty big fight. Now, we got a lot of big events coming up, especially like playoffs and everything. We'll be on quite a bit live doing specials.
But so the
I'd
way
like to hear from anybody who's watching, people who watch the replay.
The way boxing is going now. I mean, Canelo, whether you like Canelo or not, that's not the question. But he started at 126 pounds, and now he's fighting light heavyweight.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's much bigger.
He's going against this Bivol, who's a light heavyweight. Yeah. I mean, and he's fought everybody. So whether you like Canelo or not, you can't take it from him.
Oh no, you can't take it from him. He's an absolute.
I mean, even as a young fighter, I mean,
that's like.
I mean, if you were advising Canelo when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he wasn't ready for that fight. I don't know why they put him in there against him.
Well, he probably made a lot more than he ever did just taking that fight.
Now he makes a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
Now he split with De La Hoya because De La Hoya Golden Boy Productions had him.
I'm not a fan of De La Hoya.
And he didn't like the cut because like he was getting like 60% of the something like that. And Canelo said no, and then Canelo was promoting himself, and that's what there's one thing that you have to give Floyd Mayweather. He opened guys' eyes, boxers' eyes, that you can promote yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
And Floyd Mayweather made more money promoting himself, and now guys realize it. You don't need a Don King to promote you anymore.
Money while he's sleeping.
You can promote yourself if you're a good enough fighter, and you can get guys to follow you. And Canelo's doing it now, and believe me, you don't. I
guarantee you, Don King was a big reason Tyson was broke. Bled him dry in percentages. Probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know the man's finances, so I can't speak.
Well, no, back then, like when he got out of jail, like
there's no reason he shouldn't. I mean, I think they said he made $300 million in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how are you broke?
Yeah, how are you broke?
How are you? I saw a thing on Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is.
Do you know
if Allen Iverson didn't sign a deal with? Listen to this. To
Reebok, right?
With Reebok, that when he turns 55, he gets $32 million. If not, Allen Iverson, he gets $800,000 a year, but that guy made over $100 million and is completely broke.
Check this out. Do you know what Allen Iverson has in his prenup?
No.
If he gets divorced because he cheated on his wife, she gets every dollar of his Reebok contract. That's in his prenup. I saw that in a documentary.
Why would he sign that?
Just to prove that he loved her, I guess, because he had cheated on her before and he didn't want her to leave, and he told her.
I don't care how much I love.
Yeah, that's insane. I thought that was insane. It's like you're saying, because it's like $40 million.
It's $32 million.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What that's what it was signed at. I don't know if interest goes into that. I don't know how it's built, but still,
I would imagine it's got.
But still, I would say if I ever cheat on you, I'll give you $1 million.
I mean, that's still a lot less than what Tiger Woods' wife got.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's wife got the most, I think.
You see, Dr.
Actually, no. I think Mel Gibson's wife. Mel Gibson was close to being a billionaire, I heard, and his wife took half.
Dr. Dre, his wife, they're getting divorced right now.
Yeah,
she's trying to sue for half of anything to do with the name Dr. Dre. She said she helped him create the name equally,
or as Eazy-E would say, studio gangster.
Yeah. Easy.
Remember that? He came out with that song. Real motherfucking G's. He called him a studio gangster.
I watched a lot of documentaries.
I don't know if he's a studio gangster or not. I like Dr. Dre. I love
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I like Dr. Dre.
They have a really good documentary on HBO.
The Chronic.
It's a 4-episode series. It's called The Defiant Ones. It's about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine and like their friend relationship.
Yeah.
One of the episodes.
I don't know who that is.
Jimmy Iovine's the guy who used to own to help Epic Records, is it? Like he was huge.
I've heard of Epic Records.
So he was the one who basically helped Suge fund Death Row.
Okay.
Like he said at one point, like back in the 90s on the charts, he had Tupac, Snoop, Marilyn Manson, 9 Inch Nails. They had like 9 out of the top 15 albums. And
speaking of which, I remember you were a huge Marilyn Manson fan.
Oh, dude, I've seen him live like 12 times, man. He puts on I love live shows.
That's an odd guy right there.
Oh, he is odd, dude. But the live shows he puts on some great shows. I love Kid Rock.
If you want to go back to when we first met, I believe that's what you were into. You and
Dude, yeah.
The girl I was dating, the girl I was dating's brother. That was you guys were all into that.
Me and him went to see Manson live a few times. I've seen a lot of big bands.
I remember
live,
that,
though, dude.
Yeah. You're a big Manson fan.
Like I've seen Kid Rock like 5 times.
I forget the song, but
Slipknot. I've seen Slipknot like 8 or 9 times.
What's the song?
The Beautiful People.
No. He remade it. It was a song big in the 80s.
Tainted Love.
No, not that one.
He did
Sweet Dreams.
Oh yeah, he did Sweet Dreams too.
Yeah, he did it for that movie, House on Haunted Hill.
Okay, I know
that was the song. That was the song from that. Yeah, he did it good though. He actually did that good. I mean, he's an odd guy, but he could sing.
Yeah, he's wicked smart. He's a really smart guy.
He's not too smart. I think he's given some. He's got some lawsuits going against him.
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't think he's too smart.
He's got the money.
Who doesn't have
Manson? Yeah, I've seen a lot of big bands. I went to Woodstock '99. I saw a lot of good shows.
I saw the pictures of you at Woodstock '99.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw.
You kind of look like the kid from that movie, The Sandlot.
You're killing me, Smalls. I
saw the picture. You were like sitting on a stump.
I used to get that a lot when I was a kid.
You were sitting on a stump.
Did you ever used to go to festivals and stuff when you were a kid?
No. Well, Italian festivals.
Yeah. I've gone to a couple.
Do those count?
You do the pole? You climb the pole?
No.
Maybe back 30 years ago.
My brother did. I didn't.
Did he? I hear they got good shit in that basket up there. Sometimes there's cash, all kinds of stuff.
Usually it's just a thing of prosciutto. It's a thing of prosciutto, you know.
Yeah, man, I've seen a lot of good bands in concert. Aerosmith.
Concerts?
Yeah. I saw Leonard Skinner with my wife.
I've seen Leonard Skinner. I love Leonard Skinner. Do concerts at Riverside count?
I've seen a couple good concerts.
I saw like whoever was coming there, like there was like a pop band or something. Usually, only because the girls wanted to go there, so I would like just tag along.
I saw the Osmonds at the Big E. They were all right.
I don't even think I would admit that I saw the Osmonds.
It's music.
I don't think I would ever admit to that.
I've seen Ozzy Osbourne 6 times.
Although Marie Osmond she was pretty hot.
Yeah, this was back in the late '80s too, so she was good looking.
Pretty hot.
Late Ozzy's good live. I've seen Ozzy like 6-7 times.
I never saw Ozzy. I can't understand how the man can't talk on a TV show but get up there and sing.
I know, dude. And then he runs around the stage.
Yeah, I never understand that.
He takes the mic out of the thing and starts to move. I'm worried he's gonna.
So is the show that a Fugazi? It's got to be.
I don't know, man. He's pretty good in concert. Maybe
no, that's what I mean. Singing. No, that's what I mean. He acts like a on the show, but yet he's on stage. He's running around singing like crazy.
Dude,
so
he was telling this.
So the show got to be a total Fugazi then.
Check this out. He was telling this one story about. It was the late '80s, early '90s. I think he said they were on tour with Guns N' Roses. They were getting high on the bus and they ran out of coke. He got off the bus and there was just a huge line of ants, like in a pile of candy or something.
I heard that.
He just chopped up the ants.
Yeah, I heard he sniffed the ants.
Oh my god, dude!
But you know the bat story. That's a lie. It was a mechanical thing.
Yeah, I always hear that.
No, he admitted it.
They made a famous. Oh, shit, I'll make
he admitted
people think that too.
He's like, you got bloody bite the head off the
butt. That thing. Come on, Sharon. I told you I'd bite the wing.
Yeah, he's
are they still together anymore?
They're on a show with the kid on like Travel Channel.
Yeah,
Ghosts or something. I've never seen it. I click it right off because the son. I don't. Not my thing.
Yeah, he's a little weird.
Nah, I mean, God bless him. He's getting paid.
Yeah, we're all a little weird, but I can't take him serious in this show. The daughter's funny. She just screams at everyone.
Can I tell you that I don't think I've watched more than 10 minutes of that show when it was on.
Now, when I got out of the hospital from the coma,
I think I saw one where the dog was shitting all over the house. And,
I remember that one.
And that was it for me. I don't want to watch someone's dog shit in the house. If I want to do that, I have my own dog.
The summer I got out of the coma, I remember MTV had reruns of the Ozzy.
Yeah. Hogan Knows Best.
Hogan Knows Best.
And
Jessica Simpson, the Ashley Simpson show.
I don't think Hogan knew best. I don't think Hogan knew anything. His wife was banging the son's friend. I don't think Hogan knew anything.
There was this comedian on Comedy Central. A comedian was getting roasted.
Yeah.
And the comedian up on stage giving the jokes. Hogan was in the crowd. And the guy was like, Hulk, you hear that?
What if Hogan would have got up and said, keep your wife out your mouth.
The guy was like, listen, you hear that?
And slapped him.
You know what the sound of that is, Hulk? 18-year-old nuts slapping your wife's chin, and Hogan fucking got pissed. It was so funny.
I don't know if that's a little bit.
Yeah, I stopped.
That's kind of like drawing the line.
He's lucky Hulk didn't break him in half. Hogan's got so many lawsuits pending against him, though.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude, his kid killed somebody in like a drunk. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, Hogan, Hogan was broke. He made she took everything.
Oh, dude, yeah,
he made money from that sex tape.
Yeah, she's taking.
He
Yeah,
made
that
money
helped.
for
That got him like
He sued.
what
was
Gawker or something?
Yeah, they're gone now because of that. He sued the shit out of him, right?
That was crazy.
Yeah, right.
And now, like I thought, she still gets like 50% of all his old business ventures, like anything he starts now. Like, you know,
no, he's remarried now.
No, I know he's remarried, but she's not, so she still gets her alimony. She still gets like half of everything.
How does that work? If she doesn't get remarried, she still gets alimony?
If she gets remarried, she loses it. That's how it works in pretty much.
She ain't never getting remarried, though.
Right? Like my aunt was like, even
unless she marries a billionaire, but yeah. What's she? 60,
like most women will
what's
say
she? 60 years old?
She's got to be. Like
I don't think any billionaires are lining up for 60-year-old broads.
Years ago, she was like, I get $4,000 a month for alimony. If I find someone I love that much, we'll just get a ring and say we're married. I was like, yeah, there you go.
That's crazy. That's the way the law is, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I never got married.
All right, we got anything else to tell these guys? Other than make sure we give them the date for the draft.
Yeah,
Friday the 28th.
No,
Thursday the 28th.
Thursday the 28th, 8 p.m. Friday the 29th is at 7 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, please.
Yeah, guys, subscribe to the YouTube.
Like the video.
We're gonna be doing a lot of cool stuff. Like I got like a $50 giveaway, a $50 gift card. We'll probably give away. But it's all going to be on YouTube. Catch the replay, watch us live. You can interact with us in the comments. And we're going to be back starting this week. We're going to be 4 episodes a week. So we'll make an announcement like tomorrow, whether we'll be live Monday or Tuesday.
4 episodes a week.
All right. You got anything else to say?
I got a lot to say.
All right. So what do you got?
I got a lot to say. I'm not going to say it now, but I do have a lot.
Yeah, we'll break it down. We'll give it to him.
I do have a lot to say.
I
got an overabundance of totally useless information that I can just spew out.
Nobody could go to war with us when it comes to the useless information.
Totally
useless. We got the
I remember things. It's I can remember the littlest things that mean absolutely nothing, but I'll remember it.
Yeah.
Like the stupidest things you could ever imagine, I'll remember it. Like how do I remember that? I don't even know how I remember it, but I do.
And then sometimes you'll just sit back and
I'll forget something that I really important I really need to know. I'll totally forget about it.
Kings of useless information.
That's the way I operate. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Maybe because I'm left-handed.
I don't know. They say that's a benefit to people. I feel like boxers. It's like
they say the left-handed people are very creative.
Yeah, I could see that. You're a creative guy.
No, I couldn't draw a stick figure.
Really?
I can't sing to save my life.
I have troubles with the letter A.
You have a speech impediment?
Sometimes.
Say soup and sandwich.
Soup and sandwich.
I heard it. I could hear you.
Like I sound like the GPS when she's like, take a left and you'll be over the border in Florida. Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? I actually get, because of my accent, I get picked on the way I say things. In Florida is one of them.
Things. You said the way I say things.
I guess when I say Florida, it doesn't come out right.
Yeah, it's weird. They do. You know, it was great getting off the highway in like North Carolina to get cigarettes. You walk in the gas station. She's like, "Hi, babe." They got that like Southern drawl.
Southern bells.
Oh yeah.
Howdy, partner.
Can I get changed and out love?
Y'all want to come over here and kick it with me?
It was crazy.
All right. I like my cousin and my brother. Meet my husband and my brother. There's one guy standing there. Hey, how are you?
That drive to Florida, man, those Carolinas go on forever.
I told you that.
Oh my goodness, felt like I was
That's
there
the
for
worst.
5 days.
That is the worst. It's like it never ends. Like it keeps going and going and going and going and going. Yeah, that's not the funnest drive at all. But I'm probably going to do that soon because I'm going to go to Florida.
Yeah, it's always good to take a vacation.
I'm going to go visit Florida. I got family down there and stuff.
Yeah, we visited the Mrs. family.
I got family and friends down there, but I'll go to the west coast of Florida.
West Coast.
Yeah.
We went all the way down.
Tampa, St. Pete.
Yeah, we went to Sunrise.
All the way down Sarasota that way.
We went down to Sunrise. It was nice.
Oh, it's nice over there. Oh, Florida's beautiful. I mean, but you get the bugs and stuff. But I'm at the point.
Those big Florida cockroaches.
I'm flying cockroaches. Yeah,
the birds early in the
I'm
morning.
at the point in my life now, dude. I don't want nothing to do with snow, and cold, shoveling snow, and that's just. I'm all set with that. I don't
shoveling snow.
I'd rather be where it's warm, where the weather's nice.
I still want a place up here though for when it's nice because I want to come up and see my family and stuff.
People say, "Well, I love the seasons changing in New England and stuff." I
hate
keep them. No, keep the seasons. You like the seasons?
I hate the cold weather.
I'll take it nice all year round.
Hate the cold weather.
Warm weather. You know what would be perfect for me?
What?
I would love to live like Arizona.
Nice and dry. It's not all that humidity.
It's dry heat, and they say it's really healthy for you.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I know this girl.
I don't think you can live there if you're a big fan of water because I don't think there's much of it. So
this girl, I grew up with her brother. and her and her other brother moved to Arizona. And she's been like missing for like a year and 10 months now. No one's heard from her. Like nothing, just totally disappeared.
Like missing, like
yeah. I heard she got in like some trouble. And
like kidnapped.
So from what her brother said,
is she on the run or something? What kind of missing?
From what it sounds like, she got in some like.
You have to be like, more specific. There's different ways of missing. You can make yourself go missing
based on what I saw in like the comments, like in her brother's post.
Think about it though. You can make yourself go missing.
Someone bailed her out. She got caught in like a drug raid. And then some random person bailed her out of jail.
Guess what, folks?
And they've never seen her again.
She ain't missing. She made herself go missing.
No, I think someone made her go missing so she couldn't testify.
Oh well,
that's probably that's my feeling.
Well, it's
a shame too.
That's
She's
a whole
good
different
kid.
story then.
Yeah,
that's a whole different story then. Yeah. But yeah, if someone's gonna testify, you do what you got to do, I guess.
No good.
But I don't condone that type of stuff.
Not
Don't get yourself in trouble.
No, don't get in trouble.
Worry about. That's a problem.
This is just a story for Kicking It Live.
That's a problem though. A lot of people get involved with stuff that they don't.
They think they can handle the consequences.
Yeah, they don't understand the consequences of it. And I know plenty of people like that. That you get involved with things.
It really is life in prison.
Oh, it's all fun and games until you get caught.
That's right.
Then it's time to pay the piper. It's time to go to the. You want to sit there and have them tell you what time you got to get up, what you can eat, what you can't eat,
when you can shit,
everything. But people don't realize that it's all good when they're making money and they think it's all fun and games, and nobody's loyal to you in that life. Yeah. Nobody in that, nobody in that life is your friend. Nobody in that life is loyal to you.
You'd rather be out here watching us than
they'll give you up in a second.
People,
you can't trust people when you're in that life. You can't trust anybody.
You definitely can't.
Trust yourself. Do your own thing. I do my own.
On top of that,
I've always just
done my. You gotta look over your shoulder just for the law.
I've always just done my own thing where I don't.
We've been down a couple crazy roads, but hey, we grew up a little bit.
A lot of roads, a lot of crazy roads. But
all right,
you get involved with that stuff, and you do. If you're gonna do anything, do it yourself. Because if you do it with someone else,
you can never trust.
You can't trust people. You can't trust anybody. Even I don't believe in that. No. They don't make them like they used to. Because you got guys that've been career criminals that once they're facing some time, they're like, hey, not for me. I ain't going to jail.
That's what I mean.
You can't shut them up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can't shut them up. They start singing so loud. You know what I mean?
Oh man, get him an instrumental. Sound like fucking Sinatra.
Yeah. I start singing a whole Perriette for you.
Crying out loud.
But that's a problem. People.
We'll talk about that down there. We'll have an episode about that too, because that's just something big that seems to. There's a lot of that going on in the world right now.
What's that?
Oh, just stool pigeons.
Snitching.
Stool pigeons.
Then that's the whole thing is when people. I didn't know what I was getting into. You know what you're getting into.
Oh, yeah, give me a break.
Nobody gets into anything criminal and says, I didn't know what I was getting into. Yeah. You know what the consequences are of anything you do. Every action has an equal reaction.
Half Caucasian, half rodent.
What?
A rat.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're half your race, then a half a rodent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Get the pesticide. Get the rat poison. I'm just kidding, guys.
I was just don't go down that road and you'll be good.
No, you know what I mean? We both learned that. I mean, now you own your house. Like I'm almost 40. Like got a good family. We're grown up. We like to have a lot of fun, and this is what we like to do. We like to talk sports. We like to talk shit. We like to make people laugh. So you're going to get quite a bit of this.
Enjoy it because we're going to be giving you more episodes. Please subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, guys, you guys don't know how huge that is. I mean,
if you subscribe to the channel,
anything to support us. All you have to do is subscribe.
Smash the subscribe button.
Elbow drop.
You know what I mean? Just smash the subscribe button.
Get up on the top rope if you have to.
Dude,
boom!
This guy's gonna break things over here.
I know. Come on, I dropped some weight. I'm down to like 320.
320?
No, probably. I'm like 280 maybe. I don't know. I did hit 300, but I think I went back.
280, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty big.
$180.
I get out of breath, dude.
I'm at optimal.
I'm out of breath going up the stairs.
I'm at optimal fitness. 180. Minus the gut.
And we'll have a special. We'll announce tomorrow whether our next episode will be Monday or Tuesday afternoon. And then other than that, you got anything to say to these guys?
I have nothing to say to these people.
For those of you guys who watched,
subscribe to the channel, like the video.
Who will see the replay?
If you're watching the replay, you missed it live. Don't worry.
Yeah, guys, let's try to get as many people as we can in the watching the live, because then we can interact, we can do the chat, and we can answer a lot of your questions.
Question and answers.
Yeah,
you can ask me any question you want,
and we'll have a blast.
Doesn't mean I'll answer it.
For those of you guys who have been here, Kicking It Live, Bino and Nicky, episode 1, we appreciate the hell out of you, and tell your friends, share the video so they can see the replay. Thanks, guys.
Peace.